Hi, welcome to the Equipment Coach. I'm here with Jonathan Groves, My Golf Academy senior coach, and today, Jonathan, I think we're going to talk about distance and how the sort of things, what things we can do from a technical point of view and equipment point of view we can do to help people hit more or get more distance. Would that be right?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Good. So we're going to get set up and we'll go through a few bits. We're here on the first tee on the short course, and Jonathan, we're going to start with one of the first tips from a technique point of view on how to create more distance. So what would be the first thing that you would say?
Well, I think it's really important that you prepare your body for a powerful motion in golf, regardless of whether that's with an iron club or a driver. It's really important that you prepare the body for generating power in the golf swing. So when we look at that, if we could imagine an analogy that this basket here with the golf balls would be a tree trunk extending up, and we were going to use the golf club as maybe a tool that you've used in the past, perhaps a golf axe. So this would be the blade of the golf axe. We'd want to make sure, if we were going to deliver the axe powerfully into the tree trunk and embed the blade of the axe deeply down into the tree, it's really important that we prepare our body for that motion. So the first thing we want to make sure we do is we have the edge of the tree trunk in the center of our body. So you can see I've got the tree trunk here just forward of my sternum, fairly central to my body line. I've got my feet the same width as my shoulders, so we've got the inside of the heels running up through the knee, up underneath the shoulders each side. From there, I would get the feeling that with the golf axe, I must make sure that I start off firstly with the axe leaning slightly forward towards the direction of force, and also my spine is leaning slightly back from the tree. So you can see I'm getting the sense here that I'm dropping that right shoulder slightly just to increase the amount of spine angle I have. So that would be the setup to deliver the golf axe powerfully and embed the blade of the axe deep into the tree trunk.
Perfect. So you're saying setup, that powerful kind of setup is a big part of actually creating more speed and therefore more distance?
I think so. I think your brain realizes that from that setup position that you're going to do something that requires power, and that allows it to activate the right muscles and joints to get that flow and that process moving in the swing. So I think the power setup is absolutely
perfect. And from an equipment point of view, I would actually talk about a little bit about grip here, the right grip size, the right thickness, because we're talking about not having too much tension in the golf swing. So like I said to Jonathan, you just grip it as normal, John. And what I'm looking for here, when I grip this golf club, that's your same tension. Now, as I'm twisting the golf club, I can sense whether there's tension in the forearms, tension, and whether Jonathan's going to have the ability to let the club swing with speed. If it's too tense, you won't be able to. Okay, so that's probably the thing that I would add from an equipment point of view at setup to make sure the grip is the right thickness and the right size. Okay, so what would be the second thing?
I think from there, getting yourself, once you've got set up to the edge of the tree, going back to this analogy of the tree trunk extending and delivering a powerful blow with the golf axe, getting the sense that if you were going to do that job, that I don't think you'd have a lesson on it. I don't think you'd Google it either. I think the body knows how to generate force. Your body's very, very good at working all of that detail out on its own. So the things to look for, once you swing the axe back, you'll notice first of all that we have some width between our body and the axe. And that width is going to allow the club head to come down, or the axe head, and build up some speed. So that would be the first checkpoint, I guess, making sure there's the appropriate width
Nice.
in the motion. Second thing, once we've swung the axe back here, noticing that I'm loading this side of the body, so we can see there's a band of tension running from the right knee up to the right hip. It feels like I've loaded this side. This quad feels quite powerful. It feels like there's a lot more weight behind the tree than there was at the start.
Nice, absolutely, absolutely. And to complement that from an equipment point of view, so loading it all up, actually, like you said with the grip at the start, reduce tension. One of the things you want to be able to do is move the club smoothly back. You don't want too much tension, you don't want it to be jerky, and in that respect, I'd be looking from an equipment point of view on things like weight, swing weight, and the actual gross weight of the golf club. So if it's too heavy, you heave the club back. Okay, if it's too light, you can snatch it back. So we're looking for that right balance that suits your swing and your style. Okay, so then what was the final thing that we were going to go over, John?
I think the final thing is making sure that you deliver that energy into the golf ball, or in this instance, into the tree. So we've got ourselves set up in this power position. We've swung the axe back and created some energy, some torque, some power. It's really important here that we use that energy appropriately as we come down into the tree trunk or indeed the golf ball. So what I'd be looking at there at impact, really three key things. First of all, making sure at the point of contact we've got this nice line of force running from the shoulder down to the head of the axe. You can see that I'm delivering that in a forward position. It hasn't flipped this way. As soon as the axe head overtakes the hands, we lose this energy. So that would be the first thing, making sure that we've got that line of force, especially with irons and rescue clubs. Also noticing, because the axe and the golf club is leaning this way, this is where my weight is. So at the point of impact, the weight, the pressure, the load is forward of the head of the golf club, head of the axe. And finally, I'd be making sure, going back to the golf club, at that point of contact, you can see that there's some response from this right heel. So there's a response from that side of the body. Again, that's a good checkpoint as well to have. Make sure that the right side of the body is starting to respond through the hitting area.
Brilliant, brilliant, and really, really easy to understand as well. I like the fact that kind of, equating a natural motion with how to produce the power in the swing. I think from that last point, the equipment side of things, I was actually going to talk about length, which is appropriate. You've got to make sure the club's the appropriate length for you to be comfortable and to be able to deliver it in the motions that Jonathan's talking about. But I think actually probably more applicable is actually making sure the lie of the golf club, and that's both drivers all the way through to wedges, as you're coming through impact, the lie of the golf club is flush to the ground, not too much toe up or too much toe down, because that affects ball flight, direction, and it also affects, I think you probably recognise it, Jonathan, when they've got the wrong line, or they cater for it, don't they? They make adjustments, they compensate in their swing. So that's been great. Three really good things from a technical point of view. I hope that the equipment side of it made sense as well. Guys, if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks for joining us, and we'll speak to you soon.